guys naman, we're going to talk about the nominal variables and ordinal variables. So when we say nominal variables, these are just categories with no ranks or orders. It's just no one isn't better or higher than other. Like example sa gender, only groups of people like male and female. No categories is above the other. On the other hand, the ordinal variable is rank categories where orders make sense mathematically. Satisfaction kumbaga. So it uses numbers like 1 to 5 to show how happy someone is. Like 1 is low or very low and the 5 is very high. So here 5 is clearly more satisfied than 1. So the order matter.
So part 2, which represent the road survey responses from 50 participants. So we have 50 participants. So ang ato ang data structured ani is the ID, sex of respondent, student, department, device, use, level of satisfaction. So ang ID, the unique identifier for each student, 1 through 50. Sex of respondent, coded na siya as male is 1 and female is 2. So, ang department pod is coded as ang IT is 1, business is 2, education is 3. So, ang device use gyapon is coded gyapon siya, laptop is 1, desktop is 2, and tablet is 3. So, level of satisfaction is rating scale na siya. 1 is very low, and 5 is very high. So, very 5 to 5 very high. So, statistical calculation means satisfaction. So, we sa level of satisfaction is gi-add nimo siya, then equal. So, we got total sum is 196 and sample size naman we have 50 students. So, ang 196 divide it by 50 equals 3.92. So overall satisfaction, of 3.92 suggests that on average, students have a high level of satisfaction, approaching the code 4, which is the high. So, part 3. This report summarized the result of a survey conducted among 50 students to evaluate their demographics. The primary devices used for learning and their overall satisfaction levels. The data was collected and coded into 4 key variables, which is the gender, department, device type, and satisfaction. So the student population is distributed across 3 departments. So nagkuha siya sa IT, business, and education and utilize various hardware for their studies. Primary devices used is ang laptop, desktop, and tablet. So, ang laptop are the most prevalent tools used by 48% and of the respondent. So, ang desktop is 28% lang o ang tablet is 24%. Participant distribution. The study track 50 unique IDs, ensuring a broad look at how different sexes and department interact with their chosen technologies. So, lahi-lahi man og choices. So the level of satisfaction was measured on 5-point scale, ranging from very low, which is the 1, to very high, which is the 5. Overall average, the mean satisfaction score is 3.92 katatong divide. So, indicating a generally high level of contentment among students. Response trends. The most frequent rating given by students was 4, high, accounting for 40% of all responses. A significant 68% of the total population reported satisfaction levels of either high or very low. Very high. Sorry. 0 student reported being very dissatisfied, scored of 1. So walay kuan sa very dissatisfied. So mao lang.
Here's the part 3 of our presentation. Ano siya ang frequency distribution table. The data suggests a strong positive correlation between the current technological tools provided and the students' needs, with a mean satisfaction of 3.92 and a nearly half of the population favoring laptop. The current infrastructure appears well aligned with students' preference. So, ang kanani is ang mean daw sa nga gipakita diri sa table is ang mean is 3.92. So, man siya ang interpretation niya is the mathematical average of all students' scores. So, gi-add mo siya, gi-add siya tanan tapos gi-add siya tanan tapos divide into 50. So, ang median is 4.00. So, interpretation niya is the middle value in the distribution of the scores. So, ang mode is 4, the most frequent occurring satisfaction rating.
Ang graph na ito ay bar graph at ito ang napiling gamitin dahil isa ito sa pinakasimple at pinakaepektibong paraan para maipakita ang categorical data tulad ng sex of respondents. Sa tulong ng bar graph, mas madali nating makita at maikumpara ang bilang ng male at female respondents. Mas malinaw din at mas organisado itong tingnan kumpara sa table lamang. Makikita sa graph na pantay ang distribusyon ng respondents ayon sa kanilang kasarian. Mayroong 25 male respondents at 25 female respondents na bumubuo sa kabuuang 50 kalahok. Ipinapakita nito na balanced ang representation ng parehong kasarian sa pag-aaral, kaya mas maayos at patas ang pagpapakita ng datos. Ipinapakita ng graph ang distribusyon ng mga device na ginagamit ng mga respondents sa pag-aaral. May 3 uri ng device na kasama sa datos: tablet, desktop, at laptop. Batay sa tala may kabuuang 50 respondents, kung saan 12 ang gumagamit ng tablet, 14 ang gumagamit ng desktop, at 24 ang gumagamit ng laptop. Sa pamamagitan ng graph, mas madaling makita kung alin sa mga device ang pinakakaraniwang ginagamit ng mga kalahok. Pinili ang ganitong uri ng graph dahil malinaw at organisado nitong naipapakita ang paghahambing ng datos sa bawat kategorya. Mas madali para sa mga mambabasa na makita ang pagkakaiba ng bilang ng users sa bawat device kumpara kung table lamang ang gagamitin. Nakakatulong din ito upang mas mabilis maunawaan ang pattern ng device usage ng mga respondents. Makikita sa graph na ang laptop ang pinakaginagamit na device, na may kabuuang 24 na respondents. Sumunod naman ang desktop na may 14 na respondents, habang ang tablet ang may pinakamababang bilang na 12 respondents. Ipinapakita nito na mas pinipili ng karamihan sa mga respondents ang laptop kaysa sa desktop at tablet. Maaaring dahil ito sa convenience, portability at functionality na naibibigay ng laptop sa kanilang mga gawain. Sa kabuuan, ipinapakita ng graph na hindi pantay ang distribusyon ng device usage at malinaw na nangingibabaw ang paggamit ng laptop sa mga respondents. Ibig sabihin, mas pabor ang karamihan sa isang device na madaling dalhin at magamit sa iba't ibang gawain.
So, for last part, what problem were found? During the data tabulation and analysis, several issues were identified. First, some values needed to properly coded so that they could be easily analyzed statistically. Since the dataset contains categorical variables such as sex of respondents, students' department, and device used, this needed numerically codes so to avoid confusion. Another problem was ensure that the total frequency match the number of observation 50 respondents. Calculations for the mean and median had to be checked to ensure accuracy. So, ang mga problema nga nakitaan sa pag-collect o pag-analyze sa data. So, nay mga pila ka problema ani ang uban. Ang uban nga answers kinahanglan i-convert into numerical codes para dali ra siya ma-analyze. Ang data kay categorical man, so pananglitan level of satisfaction mao nga kinahanglan i-code para malikayan ang mga kalibogan niya. So kinahanglan pod siya i-check nga ang total nga responses kay sakto og moabot og 50 ka respondents. Ang mga computation sama sa mean og median kinahanglan i-double check pod para sigurado ang accuracy sa iya ha. So how would they fix them? The problem were fixed by organizing the dataset and applying coding guide to convert categorical response into numerical codes. After coding, the data was verified to make sure that the total number of responses equal 50. The frequencies were then calculated and used to compute the relative frequency, percentage, and central tendency measures such as the mean and median. This process helped transform the raw data into research-ready data that can be easily analyzed by and interpreted. So, giyon sa ayos sa ang problema, para ma-fix ang mga problem, gi-organize o gi-code ang data. Pananglitan na ni gihimong numbers ng satisfaction levels, gi-verified ang dataset aron masiguro nga kompleto og sakto ang responses. Gi-compute ang frequency, percentage, central tendency, mean ug median. Tungod ani nga raw data mahimong klaro, limpyo ug ready for analysis. And why this type of graph was chosen? We choose pie chart because it clearly shows how the total responses are divided among the different levels of satisfaction. So, gipili na mo ni na graph kay makita ra gid siya if makita gid mo ang ang pila ang total responses sa amua. Pila ka buk na divide nga total responses. Apple chart is useful for presenting proportional data, allowing readers to easily understand the share of each satisfaction level in relation to the whole data set. So, ang pie chart among gigamit kay klaro na ya gipakita kung giun sa pagbahin sa pagbahin ng total responses. Tapos sayon ra siya sabton ang proportion sa kada category. Nindot siya nga visual para dali makita ang resulta. So ang unsay gipakita sa graph, ang pie chart nagpakita sa level of satisfaction sa 50 ka respondents. So very low, 0 ka respondents. Low, 2 ka respondents, 4%. Medium, 14 ka respondents, 28%. High, 20 ka respondents, 40%. Very high, 14 ka respondents, 28%. So, kadaghanan sa respondents kay high ang satisfaction equal so 40%. Daghan sa dog medium ug very high, 28% kada usa. Gamay ra siya ang 4% ang low satisfaction. Why niingon nga very low? Ang kadaghanan sa users kay satisfied sa device nga ilang gigamit nga nagpasabot nga positive ang overall experience. So thank you, mao ra to.